Good news first. The Eldred are really close to figuring out Varelsi portaling tech. Bad news? Minutes before the big breakthrough, a shard storm tore the research team to shreds. The sole surviving member of the team has called for reinforcements to help finish the experiment. And apparently, it's Boulder. This'll be interesting.
Welcome back, everybody, to another trip through Soulless. This is the last ride, so I hope you buckle up, because we're in for a couple more. We got, what? This is episode 6 throughout the main series out of 8. So, 2 more episodes for the main storyline, and then we got 5 or so operations. So, we got a good chunk. So, at the end of this month here in December 2020, we're going to be doing some work to get these out. I promise you guys, we're going to do it.
Melka, thank you and your friends for coming.
Why didn't I level up while I had that screen paused?
Point, eh? We have violent science experiment to conduct. And generous babies will soon be upon us.
Let's go get that.
The honor was mine.
Oh, something have a tickle in my throat. Let's get that spread shot slam. All I remember of this mission is that there's going to be a lot of wave people here. Ooh, Anger's Echo is the one that comes back, right?
Boulder is pleased to see you. Ambush means generate bastards are closer to Emmeline than Boulder thought. Come along to observatory.
How the hell did this guy get put in charge of the experiment?
I don't think he was the Observer's first choice. The whole research team was killed in the shard storm. There must have been the only survivor.
Nothing can kill Boulder. Many have tried. All have failed.
I mean, from his gameplay, he's not lying. I always liked Boulder as a character. I thought he was funny. But I was never big on his gameplay. I didn't like being him. Get my big punchy fist weapon.
All data is lost. We must ensure experiment complete and kill all that stand in our way. Hostiles!
Sorry,
It's a wave
Boulder.
portal generator, and worry not. Assisting you shall be none other than Boulder.
All right. Rath is perfect for waves.
Hostiles at observatory! Send them crying to Renden, eh?
That does not go how I want it to.
The honor was mine.
You. You and Bold. Hey, hey. Dang, I got a bit to go before I can get my level 5, my ult. No. Yeah. You guys screw off. It's a lot of peeps. Level 4. We'll take the leap forward. Or wait, would it have been smarter to get the silence? Because if I remember correctly, I think silence basically acts as a stun on these guys, right? Juked me. Excuse you.
You guys all right? Because we got a bigger problem. The experiment's sucking up all the power. The whole station's about to go dark.
What Backup power station not far from Emanine. Activate and transfer power to Eldred Experiment. Boulder has hands full.
Go ahead
with
and get a
science.
turret.
So, would Boulder's new friends be so kind as to
If I remember
see to
correctly,
power
I lost
station?
this mission quite a few times
You heard him.
back in
Get
the
moving to that
day.
station.
Good news. It appears the leader of this workaday rabble is keeping the Imperium apprised via insecure comms. Let's eavesdrop, shall we?
Can't siege an Eldred research outpost unless you send me reinforcements.
Well fought.
Oh, sure, I bet he did. Well, you could tell Rendane that if this station is so important, he can come siege it himself. Wait, you serious? Oh crap. All units, take out their reserve power station. Rendane wants an experiment eliminated.
Somebody's scared of
There's
their
the power
boss.
station. Looks like we caught a break. No sign of the Imperium yet. Activate it. We need that power really bad.
You got it, Melka.
Thank you. Power transfer initialized.
Those Imperium reinforcements are getting close. Get ready.
Yes, Mr. Gold, sir.
Generate babies! Destroy them!
Generate
Extend
babies!
power plant!
Ah, this side.
Oh, your
Excuse
stance,
you.
that posture.
Excuse you.
What were you thinking?
Good thing everything's coming from this side. Hey, I got my ult now.
No
Fuck it.
escape. Let's
Ah,
do
if
this
only it
again.
lasted just a little bit longer. No, wrong thing. I'll do melee strike. I think I'm going to be doing this a lot more.
No shame in such an end.
Hey, no. You, get back here. I did not forget about you. And now I have my skill
Fighting and
damage.
Bunching, new friends, but more bastards arriving shortly.
Oh yeah, before we accidentally get too sucked into these waves, I forgot about story time. I gotta tell you guys about how my campaign, Battleborn and Beyond, went, basically. I thought that'd be fun to share. So you guys know how at the end of the main game, it kind of incites that the war just kind of keeps going and they're just fighting off Varelses until it ever stops, question mark? I kind of went ahead and said that they're still fighting, but a couple of them were like, even though we're still fighting, we should probably
Dance, that posture.
see if there's somewhere
What
for
were
us to
you
run
thinking?
to. So, what the main group, they split up, and Cleese took a group. The group consisted of Shane,
The
Atticus,
blade is home.
Ernest, Alani, Rath, and I think I said everybody. Thorn,
You are
Alani,
finished.
Shane, Atticus, Rath. Yeah. If you guys don't already remember me explaining that before from last episode,
How
but
much blood do you have? I'm very
they
curious.
went to this other dimension, dimension, let's call it, and they ended up running into a planet that had started to be attacked by Varelsi, and what they happened to run into, well, not all at once. The way it was set up was, like, Twitch and Megara, the two NPCs, didn't actually know each other at all. They were just from the same planet. God, yeah, thank you. They were just from the same planet, so I was able to use that while Twitch was working on his stuff in his, like, workshop and things. And Megara was on the beach. Megara was the first one to see Varelsi, but Twitch heard like the chaos from his like workshop and things like that, and then he suddenly got a message from his communicator from, because since in Starfinder mechanics they get a wrist device, they get a device that's basically their kit. Oh, hold on, let me let the story rock for a bit.
Until they arrive, we're counting on you. The Eldred portal device must be destroyed. Lord Commander Rendane! Please don't kill me, my lord! What? Kill you? No, don't be silly. Why would I? All units, death march on the observatory now! Or Rendane will surely kill us all! Stand by for reinforcements.
And then Rendane's supposed to be the one to send him in? What? But as I was saying, like mechanics, they get this device that's their like everything tool, and so Twitch got a message on that from Twitch explaining kind of what's going on. Like, yo, this thing's attacking the planet. Run, hide, and so on and so forth. But Cleese kind of pulled a good guy move and was like, anybody, like, if you can reach this out like on some sort of local radio wave if you have it, and tell everybody that you can come to our ship. We'll be parked out on this mountain cliffside kind of location. And with that, everybody just had to go. Anybody who could survive would go to the ship. Needless to say, only Twitch and Megara were the ones to get there. Everyone else sadly got engulfed on that planet by the Varelsi. But now a part of the ship, Megara and Twitch were informed of this actual threat, and they were warned about the danger of this mission, but they could help if they so wanted to. They would drop them off. If they didn't want to, drop them off at some other planet and wish them the best of luck while they fight this threat off. But they could really use the help. And with the yes, the Battleborn inducted them in, and they joined. Got them all set up with a couple weapons, not too much, but whatever they had left on board. And then they had a mission instantly. And their first mission was, there was a source, energy source that they kind of found on a planet nearby that was very important. Cleese had already made some connections with, like, they had already been in this universe for a couple of days, or weeks or whatever, so he's had time to tap around, but he had made connections with another planet named Planet Yubby. Don't make fun of my naming systems, but what is it? Yeah, on that planet he met a science group, and that group was able to kind of contract him, like, hey, if you can get us this stuff, like this crystal, it was basically shards, but I kind of reworked it to be, I called it Greedium, and the point of it was, the design of it was shards basically, but they're more clear and glowy with kind of a green core to it. How do I fight this again? I really don't remember. Did I have to throw myself at it? But they had to go get the shards. Think of those, but yellow, and that glow in the middle is green, like the same it is. But when they had to go get that from a distant planet that was basically full of it, but the planet itself was alive. Alive with different kinds of wildlife and defense measures that would, protect itself. All fueled and kind of, energized by the Greedium. But in the first mission, they were sent to a cave of sorts, where they had heard about some broken down Greedium mining stuff. There's only one group of people managed to get in there, but that was an unfortunate expedition. And so they got in there, they were able to fix a couple pieces of Greedium for mining, but otherwise,
Bold and stupid, eh? I like
not
that.
they were able to fix a couple pieces of mining equipment for the Greedium. But other than that, there wasn't much they could do other than what they could chunk off themselves. But they managed to find a big deposit of the stuff over a chasm, and that chasm had a flowing river underneath. And they broke the giant like chunk of it, sent it down, and through the river, and they collected it. And they moved on to the next. They moved on back to the planet, and they got paid. Like the group was able to pay them pretty big for their expeditions, and they were pretty happy about that. And so they had a good reason to, you know, tag along and keep helping this group out. And then from that first meeting, they like the first return of goods in meeting the group, they learned that this group was titled Inc. How did I describe that for? Racking my brain here. Let me focus on getting this guy down, and then I'll get that for you.
Poor form.
Aha!
Hear that? Hey, where are we on the experiment? Is it finished?
Hey, I got a legendary.
A moment longer, Melka. Dials are whizzing and beeping, and oh yes, behold! The might of
Like, I had to check my notes to be honest, but it stood for Ingenuity Next Gen Conglomerate.
Awesome.
So
Transmitting
they were all
experimental
about,
data to
you know,
off-world
working
servers
for
and
figuring out how to, you know,
nothing.
make the
Comms
world
are fried.
easier
Damn
and
it.
better.
We have just
And like
wasted
with this
our
Greedium,
time.
they can make really,
And our lives.
really long-lasting
There's a
power
comm
sources,
relay
even though
not
this is
far away that
in
looks like it's
space.
still
And
online.
they already
That
have
might
like
be your
fusion
best shot.
reactors and other
At
crap
this
like
point,
that.
I'm pretty sure it's our
But
only shot.
they
Let's
like
hurry.
I think I explained it as not in this area of their universe. So with that being said, they didn't have as much funding because there's another company called Corp, and that was what was that one? Okay, and then Corp was the conglomerate of Renewal and Progress. So I kind of said that they were the guys that weren't afraid to be like, all right, is this obsolete? Toss that shit out of here. Next thing. And or they're like, we don't care. Destroy that in order to make way for the new. So they were a little more ruthless in their attempts to, you know, I wanted to say reunite, but nothing's kind of spread. But to advance, there we go. They wanted their own ruthless way of advancing the world.
Until next time.
They hadn't. Corp didn't necessarily involve themselves much with Inc. For the sake of Corp had their own like planet, honestly, full of Greedium. Like they found their own Greedium planet that was much more fruitful.
Oh, how tragic.
So, and they were kind of warned, yeah, don't cross their territory. They bought airspace and stuff for that. That's if we were to jump in on that, we would actually be infringing on a lot. So they weren't allowed to go there for a bit. But after their first help, they weren't told of any new spots because I think their choices were to go back to the same planet or make longer trips out, and they don't know anything what's further out there yet. So as far as that went, they went back to the planet, and when they went back, they actually found out that I missed a part. There was a group on their first ride back. They ran into a group of people throughout the airspace
A pleasure working
that
with
tried
you.
to jack their loot, and they shook them off, but were kind of pulled in by a group of policemen named the Coochers. Yes, like named the Coochers. I don't know why. I was just like, what's a silly name that I can give them? And I'm like, okay, let me think of something. And I was like, the Catchers? No. And I just literally just tweaked that to Coochers. But with that being said, when they went back to the planet, the Coochers had told them that those people were called the Hooligans, or at least they deemed. and they, going back, there was a lot of those guys kind of in different areas, kind of mining in their own ways to get greedium. So it was a case of they had to fight them off so that they couldn't, you know, steal their profit. And also their inevitable fight against the Varelsi. I wish I could remember more detailed moments, but if I ever sit down, if anyone's ever, I can always sit down with Ryan and Andy and recall the moments, because them as players probably remember a lot more of the finer things and what they did. I do have more stories. A lot of them honestly take more place in the main city of Yubby. Not of Yubby, but on planet Yubby. I call it the city of 87, I think. But okay, I can flip across the gap. I don't need that there. Why did I buy it? Yeah,
Not bad, but not good enough. The honor was mine.
Excuse me. Probably should protect the main thing instead of messing with this guy.
Let's do this again. A storm is coming.
Here we go. That ends way more abruptly than I remember. That just felt sudden. Dang it. Can I? Nope. Fine, I'll take the normal way up.
The honor was mine.
Almost there. Hang on.
I'll buy some backup. Help speed this along just a little bit.
So enjoyed this.
That's why I got the spread.
Comm relay's taking damage. If the Imperium destroys it, we're hosed. Keep them back.
Calm down, Melka. Calm down, Melka. No, that was not it. My throat is all types of dry right now. You'd think that would help.
Oh, then, stupid, eh? I like that. Steel yourself. A pleasure working with you. I've been waiting for this.
Sir, who are you attacking? Oh, the flash trap. Are you happy about that? You happy you fought the trap that doesn't fight back? I'm not happy that I missed.
How much blood do you have? I'm very curious.
The High Observatory just confirmed receipt of the experimental data.
That's good.
as well as sensor readings of some seriously nasty firepower coming your way.
That sucks. How the hell are we supposed to get out of here?
If that machine of theirs generates portals, it could be rather swiftly repurposed as an EMP device. That could break the siege.
Make the preparations. The rest of you, get back to the observatory before the reinforcements show up.
Everyone safely back at Ammonine? Good.
Something tells me we
Now
have one
for the
more set of
EMP.
waves to go.
Boulder, disengage the portal device's field inhibitors.
Boulder is doing the thing you said to do! Ah, yes! Inhibitors disengage!
Now we just need to let the energy build to critical levels before we initiate
Yep.
the discharge.
All generate babies inbound!
Defend
More
the portal
generated
machine
babies
at
inbound!
all costs!
His isn't hard to do. I did get a sip of water while when no one was looking. I don't remember buying that trap.
You have nowhere to hide! Hide! You are no general. We've reached the final act!
I regret getting the reach slam. Stop it, generated babies. You know what? Use some extra firepower. I want the movement speed.
Nearly destroyed! Fight! Fight now with Boulder!
I've been waiting for this!
Catch this with your face!
So long! I am sustained. You're totally not.
You're totally not. To be honest, I feel like I might have lost this if I didn't buy all those turrets and stuff. I hate you. You specifically. There we
Trundling
go.
buffoon!
I do still have a thing.
New friends? Battleborn portals are opening up everywhere. It is like horror jamboree. When will science save us?
The EMP is still charging. Don't let him near the portal generator while it spins up. We're almost through this.
Die, fiend!
Boulder will enjoy this.
There are a few moments when the distance slam actually comes in handy.
Your limbs will make fine mementos of our time together, freak!
Come on.
Die, fiend!
Sometimes I just suck. I got scared there. I honestly thought that they broke it and that was the you screwed up face.
You mean you don't know this will work?
Don't know how you got that impression. Anyway, I'm initiating the discharge in 3, 2... Ah! What the hell is that?
You've seen one of those before, Cleese.
Cleese, the EMP, now!
I can't! The conservators locked down the whole observatory! You must kill it, quickly!
Alden was just going to suggest that! Ah!
Thank goodness I shred its armor. Do you have crit spots?
You have nowhere to hide!
The other one we fought was better.
And we've got control back! Boulder, discharge the EMP, now!
Boulder smashes all the buttons!
Did it work? Did we do it?
The Eldred triumph for once, and it's all thanks to Boulder! Oh!
Boulder, it's...
Drone, you're ruining my
whatever.
view.
Yes, all thanks to Boulder. Galt, they're out of the woods, ready for extraction.
Nice
We're
work,
just
Mel.
excited,
We're
aren't
on
you,
our
everybody?
way.
But there we go. That was what? The experiment? Yeah. That was the experiment, everybody. Thank you for joining in and catch you on the next episode.